Hey, post-edit Chase here. Just wanted to quickly say the audio quality in this episode is not quite the best. I mean, it's never amazing, but this episode particularly is not amazing, especially. And Lioness also wasn't that great. But hey, after this, it should go right back to being the best audio quality in the world. Thank you so much for listening anyway. Hope you enjoy it. Bye. As a kid, did you ever play superheroes? Did you ever create your own superheroes? Did you ever then take those characters and create an entire universe off the back of them? Well, we did. And over the years, that universe has actually grown into something we're truly proud of. But that's not what this podcast is about. This podcast is about reaching to the back of the fridge to talk about the first characters we ever created. The ones we made up in 5 minutes just so our friends could play make-believe with us. The ones we scribbled onto notebook paper while waiting for our kids' meals. Back then, we thought those characters were legendary. But now, well, we'll let you be the judge of that. This is the Retcon Microwave. Let's reheat some leftovers.
Okay, what are we going over today, Chase?
Alright, this week we're going over a character that I created when I was...
Just looking over the table, just counteracting anything he's saying, and he just has this twitch in his right eye.
I have a twitch. It's what kept me out of prison this day.
So this week, we're discussing a character named Sharky.
Okay.
I was 29, so I was
Your age is
7
no excuse,
when I
Chase.
came up with this character.
Like-
This is our golden age, technically. This is whenever nothing really made sense.
Mm-hmm.
It was all very episodic type stuff.
Okay.
And it was just like, let's just throw names at a wall and just go from there. That was kind of our writing style.
It was kind of like kids just making their own universe as they went along, right? And they would just come up with the weirdest, craziest characters. And then later down the line, when we got older and we got edgier and we started watching PG-13 movies, we were like, what if we actually made this into like a really logistical and like story planned out universe? And so we had this template of all these random characters we created, and so we were like, how do we make this again but better, kind of thing? And that's what the classic age and the golden age, or like the golden age and the new age type of thing. We just call it that because I was like, I'm gonna rebrand myself because of the 3 people that ever read my comics.
The 3 people that it was her. Their name was Aspen.
Shout out.
Shout out. All right.
Aspen.
Shout out.
So this is a character
Moments
again.
passed.
Oh, okay.
Sharky.
Yeah, Sharky.
I made 3 books of him in
nice.
school. 3 books.
Those are novels.
Boom. Number 1. Sharky number 1. I'm Built.
Oh no.
I'm Built.
By Chase Nickerson.
It's a first-person autobiography. Is that what autobiography means?
Shut
Is
up.
it first?
The
Just shut
world am I looking at?
Sharky number 2. Robot Attack. Sharky number 10. Attack of the Plants.
Wait, 10. What happened to...
Here's the thing. You see the back of this book? Number 1. I remember...
You didn't want to write the other 5 or like...
You would
No,
skip
here's
ahead
the
to
one
10
the other
from
8?
2?
Here's
You
the
skipped
thing.
the 10
I didn't
from
even
2?
start on the first one. I think I started on either 10 or 2, and then on the back, I just wrote a bunch of random names, and
I can't tell if this writing style is genius or not, but...
So, first
For
of all, what do you
7
see?
or 9-year-old, I think it's planned out.
Is it though?
Oh my.
Yeah, why don't you describe what the cover is?
What is the
first?
cover of this book?
Is this a shark? I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about this.
No, that's his smoke trails.
Okay.
He's got smoke trails. He's a heavy smoker. His tobacco addiction is serious, and his friends have tried to
So
stop
we have
it.
Sharky, and I'm assuming the A is made out of a piece of meat or something.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god.
So the A is a piece of like
Red crayon.
I think you're
it's
right.
Of like
Built spelled
shark bait.
B-I-L-T.
Yes,
I love that.
built.
Okay.
I'm built. I'm BLT,
Maybe?
including
BLT, the bacon
what
lettuce.
is bacon, lettuce, tomato? What is the I?
Ingenious.
Inverted hairs.
Inverted hairs along with your BLT. Are you sure, sir?
Excuse me, sir. Would you like the
Are
inverted
you
hairs?
sure you would like me to take
From
my
which
I'm
end of
sure.
my body would you like me to take the inverted hair?
So
lower region?
what do you gain from this character? Oh god.
Below the equator.
Done. We're done.
Okay. The character himself. Where do I start? He looks like Mothman if he had like
Lego Mothman, that is.
Yeah, like a Lego Mothman, but he has an orb for his left hand, and he has, I guess, I don't know how to describe this.
You don't have an orb for your left hand, Noah?
No, I think that's a bomb.
yeah.
I think he's throwing a bomb or something.
That's
So
the, that's
he's-
the stub is his hand. Yes.
Okay, the stub is his hand.
So he's a terrorist.
Man has no fingers.
You don't need him.
I guess
Not
if
when
he's
you're
a shark, that's
He's
fair.
over
You
your
know what? That's
friends.
fair. I shouldn't judge. But he has a ball. He has like two faces because he has his Mothman head, and then his body. His body has been like separated in two, with it connecting via the jaw.
I actually know what that is.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
I do. Okay.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
So this was clearly inspired by Shark Boy and Lava Girl,
That's-
one of the greatest movies of our generation.
Oh, that actually unlocks something.
And Shark Boy has the like the open mouth, like Jaws symbol on his chest.
Yeah.
And we had a rubber toy
Oh,
that
him?
was like, Shark Boy, that was like based off of like Taylor Lautner if he just like had a child with Justin Bieber, and
Nice.
and it had that thing. And I remember that vividly. That was like our bath toy type of thing. So that is definitely what that is based off of. So he's got an extra face, but it's less of a face and more like a mouth. But we just tried to make it not plagiarism.
So here's what this character was. Thank you for that. That actually unlocked something.
He's finally hit puberty, folks.
Can you read any of it, by the way?
Very little. Very little.
Why don't you just read the first sentence? Let's just
Okay.
try that out loud.
Hi.
Hello.
HY.
HY.
Hi. My name is
Meth smokers.
Hun-Tur, or my Super.
Super.
I don't know. Is that Super?
It's
Yeah.
so many superhero.
But it's like there's an SQOPER. I don't know.
Listen, the golden age.
Here, name Sharky, and you're reading Sharky
He's
number
Swedish?
1. As
I didn't
interest,
know you were Swedish when you were 7.
as interest name Hubert wanted to build a. I don't know what that
All right,
says.
Noah, you need to stop.
Okay, let me see.
Stop before you create a new virus known to man. This is
Okay,
ground zero.
let me give you the explanation of, first of all, what this character was.
Alright.
This was basically like Astro Boy. You remember Astro Boy? The anime,
yeah.
that animated movie that came out later?
Also,
Yeah.
the anime that it was
Also-
based off.
The anime that was
of.
based off, but then what I
Probably a
saw,
manga before then.
what I saw was the animated movie.
Sorry, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he was the
He was the
dad.
dad.
Oh my, oh, you're right.
I think he would have been better as Dr. Elephant, but
This was a month after the
Some
movie
of them.
came out. Like I remember this. I checked the date. This is a month after
had,
the
like,
movie came out.
a wave
so
of
I was
inspiration.
Yeah.
Still
for
on the
you.
high of that
yeah.
movie.
So of Astro Boy, and I made a robotic boy theme, like Astro Boy style superhero with like a shark theme
Okay.
for really no explicable reason.
Okay.
You'll see, there's literally no reason for him to have any kind of shark motif.
Okay. Good. Continue.
And
We
it-
just like sharks
Oh.
and Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Here, this one's better. Hi, my name is Hunter, or my superhero name Sharky.
HEERW or ROW.
HEEROW.
Me and my friends were playing tag in my backyard.
Which is also a strangely common.
I was
theme in
running
these books.
from Jack Bam I hit a tree that wasn't there before. I
Explanation?
don't know how to read.
This is like reading Braille with your eyes.
Let's focus on the pictures.
Thank God we were idiots.
Well, listen, I
could
went
only
through these
read.
books beforehand, and I
Uh-huh.
wrote down a summary of each one. So I'll tell you what happens in them. If you want to start with the first one.
Oh, he's got a shotty.
He's
A
got a-
shotgun?
Oh,
Or
I
like
guess
shotgun.
he's just like a big old Venus flytrap trying to eat him, and then boom, he's just got a gun
He's a weaponized shark.
with
course
a gun.
he's got a
He's
with
got
a gun.
Astro Boy powers.
Okay, that's true. Shut up.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
so rude.
Yeah, that's so rude. My alarm that I always forget that I don't pay attention to.
To go to bed at 10 o'clock.
No, it's just to read 10 pages of a book every day.
Oh,
You want to
yeah.
know how many times I listen to it? Once.
Well, you're listening to it right now.
I mean,
How many times I have listened to its advice?
But the important thing is you're starting somewhere with the Sharky series.
Yeah, you're reading
That is
Sharky in the-
true.
You're
That
reading
is true.
the
This is
Sharky-
10 pages. All right.
He just threw his phone on the ground, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, like gentlemen and one lady listening.
Man, you are just on a killing spree. That's what I can tell. Because below, I see a bunch of bodies. Or they might be alive. I don't know. But right above them, there's beep beep, pow pow pow. Look at this. Look at this.
No, here's the thing. Sharky, I went back. Sharky is actually really brutal. Like, he brutalizes stuff.
He was like the Punisher.
And he's never...
for kids.
So he was the Punisher.
He's
I wanted
never
to make that
even
comparison.
challenged.
Yeah.
I think this character was a combination of Astro Boy and Shark Boy.
And Shark Boy was like the cool, edgy Taylor Lautner Taylor Lautner lookalike kind of character.
Let me tell you what was actually in the books, and you can look through this.
Okay. So my friend off with Sharky, I'm built.
Yes. So the summary is basically there's a dude, right?
All right.
There's a guy. That's him.
All right.
He wants to build a robot boy.
He's thick.
He's got some love handles. He's got some love handles.
He really does.
And why
He's
is
fat.
his complexion
He's very red and orange.
He's very red. I guess it's his clothes. Oh, that's supposed to be his skin. Is the yellow?
He looks like
the yellow.
He looks like someone wearing a flash suit.
Look, I obviously
but
only
they
had,
just have a dump truck.
Look, I obviously only had access to like red.
I'm sorry. Continue.
I really just processed what you said. Okay, so listen. The deal with this is this guy wants to make a robot boy, right?
Okay.
So as you do, through reading this, he gathers all the gadgets in the world. As in every gadget in the world.
Individually?
I guess so.
Or every type?
I don't know. All it says is...
Can we make it canon that he actually...
I want to make it to like every single thing you can imagine, he just puts in
There's
this
just
thing.
a tech shortage in the world?
Yes.
That's kind of cool.
Because this idiot has put it all into this robot.
Some moron.
And he gives it... So he like puts it all into like a robot and then gives it like a holographic skin. That's what that is.
Okay.
So it's like... So he like looks human.
I'm sorry, that looks... Oh, wait, no, I can see it now. I was like, what am I looking at? It looks like a shower spraying silver spray paint on something.
I mean, it's basically
I thought he was being
equivalent.
tortured when I flipped through it earlier.
It's basically like a little... It's basically like a boxy figure laying on a table, and there's like a little appendage coming down from a ceiling, and it's like...
It looks like it has an X-ray, and they're...
Yeah,
it
he
looks like an
like
X-ray.
Yeah. But I guess that's kind of right.
He looks like Iron Man.
No, he doesn't.
The dad does... It gives... The dad has the color
Oh,
scheme of
him.
Iron Man.
Yeah. he
Yeah,
kinda
not the other
does,
guy. He looks like Iron Man at Party City.
Yeah.
Also,
With just an absolute...
Not
Well,
a
actually,
sponsor.
let's move on.
Yeah. Before we get sucked into this whole...
Okay, so he makes this robot boy, right? And he brings him to life. And he's like, okay, cool. You're going to school tomorrow.
Doesn't even
You're in
teach him how to
school.
walk.
So the kid like comes to life as a robot. The robot comes to life, and then he goes to school. And during the school day, he makes friends with this kid named Sam. They play tag at school. They go over to Sam's house after school. They play video games. They play tag.
When does Sam die?
He's doing really well on his first day as a person.
He really is. Like he's met. He's made
probably
a
doing
friend.
better than me, honestly.
When does Sam die?
Sam doesn't die
That's unfortunate.
yet.
We could make him.
Oh,
we could
we
make
could
him
make
die.
him die.
I would love. Let's kill Sam.
Let's kill Sam.
Hashtag kill Sam.
No, I actually have a point where we could kill Sam in this
cool.
very book. So
Hey, guys.
we'll do that.
Let's kill Sam.
Let's kill Sam, guys.
Let's kill Sam.
Do you know his address? Is it Sundar?
Hey, Sam, just keep looking at your phone or whatever you're doing. Just
whatever it
keep
is.
looking forward.
Are you driving?
Are you
Go
driving?
ahead.
Yeah, just
Drive down that road you're driving. Don't take that exit, Sam.
Do you not like your skin, Sam? Take it off.
Your scan.
I think he meant skim as in milk.
The milk. I can see that.
Oh yes, yes,
I don't like that
totally,
very
Sam.
much.
Totally,
This joke
Sam.
has gone too far. I have to step in.
I'm sorry.
This is not funny.
So he like just plays tag with this kid all day, right? And then just goes to his house, plays video games, that kind of stuff. Goes to bed. I guess he goes home and says hi to his dad or something, and then goes to bed.
Plugs in.
Plugs in.
Charges.
It says goes to bed,
Ghosts.
but
So he just created life.
he created life, like artificial intelligence in a robot
And
body.
the first thing he does is like
Send
go
it.
to school.
Yeah, literally the next day he's like, okay, I guess he already enrolled him before he created him.
He could create life. He cannot teach his son.
Okay, so here's the best part. Oh, and his name is Hunter. The robot's name was Hunter.
So he's white. We know that.
He's very white. The next day,
A robot.
from what I could glean, he just wakes up in like a bag. Like it's spelled cag, but I think it's like a sack, like a bag or something.
Maybe it's rag.
He freaks out and activates his powers by accident, just all the millions of gadgets that were put into his body, turns into the superhero Sharky.
Oh.
His holographic skin turns into like a shark-themed costume, and then he like blasts his way and flies out of the bag.
He's still humanoid for our audience at home. He doesn't look like the shark from Jaws, but he does still look very shark-ish. He's got like
gray.
a bulbous orca head.
He
He's
looks
very
like,
gray.
has anyone ever used fake fish bait?
Yes, maybe.
He kind of looks like
he kind of looks like a
torpedo.
lure.
He looks like a lure.
He looks like
Well,
a fishing lure.
this blue and red that's all fire. Like, that's
Oh,
not part of his,
I thought he
that,
was.
the
Like,
blue is the blue is the blue fire.
Okay.
I thought it looked like someone painted their scuba Spider-Man dog.
So
Yeah, it looks like he's wearing scuba like fins or flippers.
Well,
but that turns out to
like
be his boots and flames.
the costume is all red, gray, and I guess a little bit blue over here for some reason. And then I guess this is a sword. But I don't know what the deal with that is.
Giant, massive, thick purple sword.
Yes. So he flies up into the air, right? As you do. And he looks around, and apparently he's outside, and he quickly realizes that literally everyone in the entire town, wherever it is they live, is gone. Like, everyone has vanished. But he doesn't really get a chance to process that before a giant robot shows up.
We zoom out.
So then Sharky, of course, and keep in mind, okay, so Sharky then turns into another giant shark-themed robot. And I want you to notice, it's bigger than the robot that shows up.
So he sees a bigger robot, and just changes to be bigger.
He just like, turns into a big, I guess, Transformers-like robot.
He's
just
literally
big.
better than the Power Rangers.
He's better than the Power Rangers. And I want you to, again, he's bigger than the robot that shows up.
Which, by the way, just looks like a person with enormous thighs and like a drill for arms. Like dog thighs. Like it looks like his legs are dog legs and he's just like sitting down, but like the rest of his body is like human. And he's got a drill. But we need it. Yeah.
So man wears a size 13.5 extra wide.
He really does, though. That was like this design. But then like Sharky, it's not even a fight. Like he he destroys this guy. The whole fight lasts 5 seconds. I think he punches it a bunch of times. This other robot shoots a missile. He deflects it and then just pounds him into the ground. Like, literally just destroys him. And then he turns back into a small Sharky robot, you know.
So Sharky took that thing out.
Here's
like
the thing.
it was.
So what does this have to do with the cannon?
Then the big reveal comes.
Okay.
Because apparently this giant robot that shows up was being piloted by someone. So he flies over and rips the hood off. And he's like, who is it? Who is it? And the big reveal is that it's his own father.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Sam.
No, it's his own father.
I was like,
we've said on Sam too much.
I was like, it's definitely Sam. I was like, it's definitely, you set it up like there's a point where he's going to die.
That's the best part. You know why his father, who again, he built Sharky, so he should know that he turns into a bigger robot. He built this other robot.
I don't know, man. Astro Boy had machine guns in his butt. I'm pretty sure a man didn't put that in there for his son.
So he's like, why did you do this? And he's like, because I was jealous that you were getting all the attention,
bro,
and I wasn't.
This dad sucks.
So in the one day that he's
narcissist.
alive, he interacts with one kid named Sam for like a day.
What's with this guy and kids, by the way? Why does he want the attention of Sam so bad?
Well, it seems like he turns him in at the end, so he got
he's like, well, that's great.
We had a good father, by the way. What the heck?
And then he just takes his father to jail. And then the last line, remember that how everyone was disappeared at the end?
Yeah.
The last line.
Everyone was in the, I don't know.
Just read it phonetically.
The SOT. The SOG, the suit.
The Soviet Union.
The suit.
The
giant robot suit.
Everyone in
town was in that suit. The one that he pounded into the pole.
So he killed his entire town.
Which I'm like, that would be a good place for Sam to die.
Was it always? Wait.
So the suit's like a city scraper?
I guess.
Were they all jealous of him? They hung out with one kid?
No.
This kid had charisma.
Sam must have been.
No, that's the thing. He only hung out with Sam. Then the father kidnaps everyone.
The sexual tension between Sharky and Sam must have... I mean, Sam and the entire town must have been intense for them to get that jealous.
and then he puts them all in the suit, and then Sharky pounds it into a pulp. So assumedly, like there would just be like a red ooze coming from the
congealed
from the suit,
red ooze,
like just kind of leaking from the big robot suit. And that would be a good place for Sam. I think Sam should die there.
What if what if we're talking
your
about
brother murdered an entire city in 5 seconds when he was 7
Okay,
years
what if
old.
like to canonize this? What if this is let's canonize this. What if the whole thing what if the whole town is like a Truman Show-esque simulation and everybody in there like works for the dad? And the whole thing's a simulation, right?
Okay.
So it's a test to see how strong Sharky is. And they make him fight a robot with everybody inside because it's like
it
a
doesn't
Jaeger.
need to make sense.
I don't know,
You said
man.
you had a different origin for him?
No, I said I have other stories for him.
okay.
Well, you do have a different origin for him later.
Oh yeah, later on I do. Here's the thing.
Do we want to
I
go into
want
that?
this character to. I'll tell that in a minute.
Okay.
I want this character, if he's in a simulation, I want him to break out and just be in the universe somewhere.
Okay.
But the thing is, he has every gadget up in the universe, or in the world apparently. But you know what? I have a clever twist. I think he should have the mentality of a 7-year-old. Like, however old I was when I wrote this, that's how old Sharky should be.
I do like that. That's pretty good.
So, even though he's, like,
That
really
makes-
powerful and just has all these stupid weapons, he kind of always forgets what weapons he has, and he's, like, 7. So he's like, let's play tag.
But he also looks terrifying.
Yeah, because this is like a skull thing or something, I guess.
If I saw that in a hallway, I would just I wouldn't get away from that.
Let me tell
Apparently
you,
he'll just go bigger than you've ever seen.
Yeah, I guess.
Smash
yeah,
you.
which I guess he was the size of a city, which I never really thought of, but I guess it was like a Godzilla-sized robot. Let me tell you the second story. Sharky number 2 follows up strongly.
Attack of the Planets? Planets?
Oh no, that's number 10.
Oh, Robot Attack.
Robot attack. Yet
All right.
another robot.
What is Robot Attack?
Creatively
So
bankrupt on issue 2.
So it starts off. Hunter is walking to school with his friend Charlie. So it's a new kid, which reinforces
happened
the
to
fact,
Sam?
which reinforces the fact that Sam might be dead.
He should have died at least.
He moved on quick.
When suddenly a giant meteorite falls from space and destroys the school, which I think happened in an issue of Calvin and Hobbes. Like in Calvin's
Yeah, that was
Imagination.
that was his
Okay.
imagination.
I think that might have been where I got that. Everyone runs away screaming.
Everyone is fine.
Then the meteorite transforms into a giant robot.
Named Grimlock, copyright pen.
So Hunter quickly runs behind the building and transforms into Sharky because apparently he has a secret identity. So I guess he.
Yes. He
I
abandons
guess.
Charlie and goes to change.
Well, Charlie ran away. Charlie abandoned him first.
Oh, okay.
But he abandoned Sam first. So
But he
here's the
doesn't
real
turn into
victim here.
another giant robot to fight this giant robot. Instead, he activates his jetpack, which I think you can see on the front cover,
Oh, okay.
and he
Arrows.
flies towards the robot. Yeah.
It's 2
Yeah.
arrows.
Yeah.
Wait, it says
No, those are guns.
Oh,
Those are
okay. I
bullets.
thought those 2
He's
arrows.
also got. You just recycled the same cover for this other one, by the way. That's literally the same thing.
That is the fire, and that's the guns, I think.
Oh, I thought that was his jetpack again.
That's the jetpack.
Why does he need jetpack? He's got rocket boots.
Look, it's every gadget in the
Oh.
world.
That's true.
There's
So
bound to
that-
be some
So that's fun. He should have redundant
Yeah.
abilities because he has everything.
everything in the world.
He
There's
should have,
there's bound
he
to
should
be
have a
some
microwave like that that's always on popcorn setting, and then also like one of those old timey popcorn makers too, like just hidden. So he has like redundancies like that. He should that means he would have like an ice cream maker on him or something like that. And if you had enough like ice cream salt and all that stuff, like he could actually.
In
He can-
theory, I can make an ice cream,
using Sharky.
but I don't have any other tools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he activates his jetpack, flies towards him, uses his like laser arm cannon apparently. So he has like a blaster in his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Starts and like shoots it to the ground.
I think you don't need to explain any of his powers anymore. We understand that
Yeah.
he has every gadget known to man.
So you're good. Yeah, you're right. So he shoots it to the ground. He just comes out, guns a-blazing. It hits the ground. He opens his chest. Bombs fall out. A torrent of bombs land on this thing. Then it shoots back lasers, which... and then
like
Sharky-
basil juice for my Monster Hunter fans out there.
I don't know what that means. But I'll play
Exactly,
the game.
basil juice.
So then Sharky hits the ground, and it says, now he gets mad. Because it landed a hit on him. He gets furious. He flies up to the face, punches it, and like let me see.
The devil shivers when a shark
Yeah.
goes.
Punches. Flies around it, then uses his sharkarang. It's like a shark boomerang.
That's
like
not even a boomerang. It's just a shark.
It's like a shark head. It's like a sharkarang.
It looks like it looks like
throws a decapitated shark's head. It's not mechanical at all. It's just a shark head.
No, it looks like the drawing that we're looking at here looks like somebody cut off the head of the animatronic from Jaws. But it's like miniature. And
but the idea is that he has like a bunch of these things just in him, like Batman has batarangs, he has sharkarangs.
That naturally come out of his body. Batman, yes.
So like he destroys this robot again within seconds. And again, apparently it's being piloted by somebody, even though it came from space.
Probably his dad.
Who is it?
Who is it, Chase? Go on.
So he comes in.
Is it his dad? Oh my god.
It's Sam.
He rips it off.
It's Sam.
Is it Sam or his dad? We know of like 3 characters in this whole thing.
It's Sam.
Who could it possibly be?
Sam.
Mr. Johnson.
What the hell?
Who's Mr. Johnson, you ask? Shut up. He's never been mentioned before. So then he's like, just takes him to jail, and then I think he stares out the door, and like his friends come over, but he's too busy thinking about justice,
and
so
Mr.
he doesn't hear
Johnson.
the doorbell.
I don't trust a T-shirt named Mr. Johnson.
So it just ends with Mr. Johnson as the big.
Who is Mr. Johnson?
Maybe Mr. Johnson was the dad.
Maybe you were gonna like.
No.
Maybe because you. Which issue was
What is
this?
his name?
That was number 2.
What is his real name?
We don't know the dad's real name. It's never mentioned.
Okay. What is Sharky's real name?
Hunter.
His last name?
Tur.
No, never mentioned.
It's Hun.
It's never mentioned.
He's basically Attila the
Hunter.
Hun. No. I was gonna say Jabba the Hutt, but I said Attila the Hun. Those are different, but not that different.
Slightly different.
Slightly different. Yeah.
Ever so slightly. Attack of the Plants.
Jabba the Hutt.
He's playing tag in the backyard with his friends. Again.
Sam and the other one.
Possibly Sam and Charlie.
Or maybe just a new disposable kid.
They all die.
Whichever one survived the meteor attack.
I think maybe he should be slightly slightly psychotic. Like he's a robot.
That's too right.
I think he should be slightly.
I was gonna say homicidal, but so like he's playing tag, and then these plant monsters pop up out of nowhere. They're like live plants, and they start attacking people. So he ducks behind a dumpster and turns into Sharky, which is a pretty good metaphor.
I don't think that question that he doesn't even have a dad anymore. Like his dad is in jail. Who is he living with?
I think he just lives alone.
They don't question that?
No.
All these kids are going over to this other kid's house and he lives alone?
Yeah, he's like, guys, I have the coolest place ever. I live alone. I have a 24-year-old girlfriend. That's just how I roll.
He's literally a day old.
I know.
Do not make him have a 24-year-old day old.
No, he doesn't. But it's funny, though.
Some Cadmus Labs crap right there.
Okay, so, like, the plants come up. Then he grabs poison, starts spraying the plants with poison, and that apparently turns out to be, like, a cure, and it turns the plants back to the normal vegetative
It's a weed
state.
killer.
Yeah, it's like
the first thing anyone would try. Who made these plants? The cure is
it's
weed
never
killer.
Also, it's never. It's
like that
discussed.
one. I don't know what movie it is, but there's like some kind of
Signs were in the water.
No, but it's like some kind of zombie apocalypse kind of movie.
Signs.
No.
Is it Signs?
No, it's not Signs.
It's the one by M. Night Shyamalan.
No.
Is it the one where they're in the basement?
That's
No.
Signs.
The hand comes through?
You keep referencing Signs. It's not Signs.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Fine.
The Last Airbender.
No, it's where the guy has the allergy to water.
No.
That's Signs.
Oh, dang it.
Gosh
darn it.
Some zombie apocalypse. The cure, the great effective damage against these zombies, or the cure, or whatever, is Head and Shoulders shampoo. I believe. Or maybe it's zombies, or maybe it is aliens.
It works on my grandparents too.
Maybe it is aliens, but the cure is Head and Shoulders shampoo. They're like, yeah, this works.
I guess now I know that's a shampoo brand.
It'll kill it. So
remember
so Sharky here is just like,
maybe you're not thinking of Signs. I don't remember
I'm
that.
not
part.
thinking of Signs. I don't have to question it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like Signs to me.
Hashtag not my signs.
They've deduced it today, boys.
We got them. So these plants,
It's never explained where they come from, but all I know is that what happened...
Probably Mr. Johnson.
Probably Mr. Johnson.
Maybe Sam.
And then the Sam started flickering. There was someone inside it. He tore open the Venus flytrap and withered the stem. Was Sam Johnson.
Sam Johnson. They were related
related
all along. Oh my god.
This is why this is a good idea. We could like do this stupid stuff.
We need to not do this in the...
If your name is Sam Johnson out there,
Call in.
you're canon.
You're canon.
You're
And
canon.
please stop harassing this 7-year-old boy.
Get out of all those
I
robots.
mean, he's probably 7 too.
This 7-day-old boy.
He's 7 days old.
He's
man.
7
Probably
years
all
old
happens within
mentally.
a week, right?
He's 7 years old mentally. He's 7 days old.
Yeah.
So like he just grabs a sword and bombs and just starts massacring the clans.
Basil juice.
Like it's never even a competition. I don't think at a certain point in this book. No. He is. Apparently he lives by the coast because I don't know where he lives.
Ooh,
but
that sounds nice. You can make him a Florida character.
Florida.
Everybody in Florida is crazy.
Dear God, that's a great
He's
idea.
a Florida hero.
He's a Florida
Let's
hero.
go.
That is actually brilliant.
That's pretty good.
His
No one questions it
Of
because
course.
it's Florida.
Why does this kid live alone? It's in Florida.
Understandable.
Why is his dad a crazy scientist that made a shark thing?
Why did he get jealous that his school went to his kid went to school for one day and met one other person? In his
made a
life?
friend
He's from Florida.
from Florida?
What if, like, I don't know why, but I just had the thought. I was thinking that Bob's Burgers episode where they visit her parents in Florida in a retirement home. What if he's like living in an empty retirement home, like a room in a retirement home with a bunch of old people? I don't know. I just like that idea.
Okay, I see. I don't know why you like it, but
I don't
I
know.
have it. I'll put it up on the board.
Maybe that's my energy leaving my body. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was my life force
That
leaving
was
me.
it.
That thought. Abba.
So I don't.
Here I go again.
I think he gets like a seaweed comes to life at a point. He finds the mother plant,
That's his arch nemesis, seaweed.
and then
Serious?
he just kills it, and then that the world is saved, and then he goes back to playing tag
So
with
he
his
doesn't
friends.
have any tension whatsoever.
No, it's always like Here's a list of his powers and abilities: sword can turn into a giant shark-themed robot. Sharkarang.
Is it shark themed though? It has legs.
Yeah, but it has that little shark emblem in the middle of it.
But is that like we should give it dorsal fins or like little pectoral?
We'll
fins.
give it one dorsal fin.
No, I want to give it more. I want to give it like the little point fins on they have on the side. I don't know what they're called. Biologists out there.
We'll give it gills.
Specifically
We'll give
marine.
it little slits in the side or something.
Yeah.
He has sharkarang, rocket boots,
They fire
jetpacks,
rockets. out of
laser
his-
blast, super strength. I think he has a shield at one point, and then he has bombs that he stores in his chest. So really, he just has like anything.
I think he should be more shark themed a little bit because there's some cool sharks out there. I wouldn't mind getting him like a little hammerhead type of thing because that'd be kind of terrifying. You ever seen like a hammerhead shark? You ever see that thing trying to look at you? Like a robotic version of that?
Yeah.
It'd be terrifying.
So he
That
lives
should be
in
his mech
Florida.
mode.
His
Yeah,
mech mode.
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, his mech mode should be a hammerhead.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, I think he should definitely do a lot of underwater stuff. Like a lot of his villains.
A slight departure from like, are y'all when y'all picture him? Do y'all see him with gadgets sticking out of every
No,
orifice
we have
thing?
we have a modern redesign kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The thing that popped up to
From
me
the
as an
new
idea.
age.
The thing that popped open for me as an idea is just based off his design, with the particularly the gaping mouth around his stomach, is to him kind of to be kind of like a Rico from Penguins of Madagascar kind of deal, where he has everything in him, but he coughs up.
I like
but in
that.
this case, his belly just kind of like it heats up, maybe like a big old oven, and he just sticks his hand in his stomach and then rips out whatever he needs.
I like the idea of I like that idea. What if he maybe it's not even like he sticks it in. Maybe he just rips off a piece of his body and it transforms into something.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
And the mesh kind of fills it in, sort of thing.
And so when someone I want him. That's another thing.
Well, theoretically, he has nanites in him, so that could mesh.
This
it
could
back
be
up.
Sharky could be like an actual heavy hitter. Like
No, he would be.
definitely is.
He obviously is.
Like he could definitely be like the Hulk that shows up at the end of the Avengers kind of thing. Like,
I do want him to have a little bit, for him to be a little bit weaker than he's portrayed here.
Well, yeah,
I want him to take some hits.
Yeah, definitely.
And-
But when
Also-
he shows up, I feel like the idea is maybe the villain rips him in half, and all it does is provide him with another weapon, kind of thing. Like he is a living weapon,
but shark themed.
but shark themed for no reason. Because his dad was a marine biologist, I guess.
Yeah, maybe he has to stay underwater. Maybe he has to
I like the
recharge by
idea.
going underwater.
I like the idea that he
That's
doesn't.
a good idea.
He doesn't. never. I mean, he's a robot, so he doesn't bleed. But like when he gets punched hard enough and a piece of him flies off, it's just a random gadget and goes flying. You punch him
like a microwave or
you punch him and suddenly the microwave goes off of him. You punch him and a bomb flings out of his back and that blows up the building behind him.
I could see him being like a really like terrifying Terminator-esque like imagine like let's go that scenario, right? This villain punches him so hard a piece of his face rips off. But instead of him even being phased, he goes like this and he transforms it. No, he transforms it into a bomb and he doesn't even grab it, but he can control it from afar and he throws it back at him.
Okay.
Like I could see him being terrifying like that. But I don't know if I can see him doing that with like the mentality of a 7-year-old.
I do. That's why I want like
maybe he can have
what
like,
he has is a bomb.
Maybe he can have like an attack. Oh, sorry.
I was about to say maybe we could have like an Iron Giant attack mode.
Yeah, he has like an attack mode, but he can't tap in. Like he doesn't tap into it all the time. So most of the time, he's just kind of an idiot 7-year-old.
Yeah.
But what are you saying now?
But if he says Shazam, I'm sorry.
Well, I do like the idea that every once in a while he can just go boom, 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 and suddenly he's like the Iron Giant mode where he has complete capabilities and knows how to control it.
Yeah, like 100%.
But most of the time, like you mentioned, he reaches back and he has a bomb suddenly. That rarely happens. Like most of the time, he's like, I'm gonna summon a bomb, and he has an alarm clock.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He's just like he's trying his utmost, and he's just getting frustrated like a kid.
He's like, I'm gonna watch Avatar. Let me transform the DVD, and he pulls out Super Mario Bros. 19 something with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins.
But I like he should also have his sword or like something like that come out at really inconvenient times where he just like punches the wall and like
in the urinal.
Yeah,
Charlie.
But he is also super strong, and he
No, Sam, Charlie, and/or Johnson.
No. So that's okay. That's a good idea.
I'm looking at the spikes on our audio. Oh God,
it's a lot.
I'm gonna have to normalize the crap out of this. I think that's what normalize means. We don't know what we're doing.
So his dad should definitely be in jail, right? He went crazy instantly, and he just put him in jail.
Why is he shark themed though? Because I like the idea of him having like stuff to do with hammerheads and stuff though. I like the idea of his face can transform into a hammerhead, but like for why?
I like the idea that he has to go underwater to recharge, or maybe he lives underwater, or he's like a shark cave, and it's like underwater, like
shark
Batman.
Cave is shark.
But it's like a little kid's clubhouse. Whenever you go down there, it's more of like a little kid's clubhouse.
I think with our Lioness episode, which may or may not be canon, it's clear that I like stuff that's supposed to be grand, but is actually pretty small and like kind of like dinky and like. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't mind if Sharky's shark cave was just like a little wooden shack underneath under the water. Like I don't know how that would work. But like I like stuff like that where the character lives.
It could be just like a submerged, like a little dinky boat,
Yeah.
Well, we know he has a house in these. We could keep like he just goes to his old house sometimes and lives there.
He does have a house, but could there be like a tragic backstory behind it?
Like his dad went to prison for going crazy and.
But like maybe that was like hundreds of years ago or something. I don't know. Not hundreds of years ago.
I do say his intro needs a little bit of a change because
it's giving me Red Tornado, Young Justice vibes.
Yeah, that could work. I do like that idea a lot because Young Justice Red Tornado is the best iteration of Red Tornado.
Yeah, the only good intro. I mean, it's just an iteration of Red Tornado actually.
Yeah. I mean,
besides Supergirl,
he was in Brave and the Bold as well.
I didn't watch Brave and the Bold.
I don't remember him too well, but at some point he had a son.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
And I think I could be wrong, but I do think he had to kill him.
Brave and the Bold, I guess. That's the bold part of the show. That's the bold part of the show.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think something about his intro is off, though.
The fact that there is none. Maybe the fact that
you mean like the fact like how he turns into Sharky or how
it's the fact. What's the fact? I don't know.
So he lives in Florida. His name is Hunter something. What if his name is like Hunter C?
Hunter C.
Hunter C. What does that mean?
Like the sea, the ocean.
Oh, I thought you meant like the letter.
His name's Hunter Charlie.
Why don't we just
Sam Johnson?
Why don't we all?
They were all him the whole time.
Why don't we just go all in and have his last name Shark?
The S in Shark stands for schizophrenia.
His name is Hunter Lemon. Hunter Lemon Shark.
Yeah, Hunter Lemon Shark.
Hunter Thresher.
Scientist. That's his last name.
No.
Scientist.
His name is not Scientist. His name.
His name is
We are
Biologist.
far. We are far.
His middle name is Marine.
We are far too tired for this.
No, what actually?
It's
What?
gone off the rails.
Like, what if he only had a first name and it was Hunter, but also because he's a shark, but he didn't have a middle and last name, so he gave himself one. It was Marine and Biologist
After Marine
because he's a 7-year-old.
Yeah, that
and he
does make
thinks-
sense. I like that.
After Marine biologist.
I also think that maybe he doesn't actually have a secret identity. Like, everyone knows, but he thinks he has a secret identity because he's always running behind a dumpster.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
But everybody's like you're the only.
He
Of course,
doesn't go far enough to
Yeah.
hide himself. He just
and
thinks
like,
that,
of course,
yeah.
you're him. You appeared out of nowhere. Your father's in jail. Like,
You killed Sam.
you killed Sam.
Remember with our lioness episode, how it was what is our tragic origin of lioness? Because she dresses up as a lion. Like, I like that type of thing where it's like, why is he designed after a shark? Could it be like a kite man sort of tragic trauma
That the father went through.
like the father went through, and he made this in his own trauma and mental illness, he made a shark themed robot.
Was his son eaten by a shark?
No, but maybe he was just obsessed with the shark. Not like that. That's too on the nose.
Okay, well, you know what? I
On
did
the
find,
nose.
not to jump ahead, but I did find other characters, a lot of sea-themed villains that you had made.
Ooh, yeah, because the ocean's awesome. So
Like, a couple of them, to throw names out, were Atlantis Assassin,
I don't even remember that.
Atlantis
at all.
Assassin, the Clam Monster. But what if he was attacked by one of, I don't know, what if one of those sea villains has something to do with it?
I kind of like the Mega Man vibes of this. I feel like you could
Yeah, it
be
is kind of
you could
Mega
have some
Man-esque.
Mega Man villains.
I'll be honest, I don't know a single thing about Mega Man.
Well, so there's this guy, right?
Okay.
A man, if you will,
Mhm.
Oh,
and he's
is he mega?
Sort of.
Okay.
Like, ever so slightly.
he's more like, what is Mega short for?
Megalonia.
No, that's Megalania as an ancient Komodo dragon-like creature.
Did I say Megalania?
No, you said Megalania.
Well, I think Mega is just like an.
Yeah, but
Grand.
you can't say that's Mega. You have to say it with a thing at the end. That's Mega cool, bro.
Mega.
That's Mega and
Wait a
Fox in the hit film Transformers.
Mega.
released in
Mega
2007.
and Fox.
Mega and Fox in the hit film.
Well, here's
Transformers,
another
year
interesting
2000.
thing.
Let's move. I want to see what's this next one right here?
I found
You
this.
have another book?
So I found this other book, and I made it after I made Sharky, but I don't know what the deal with
The
it
date
is.
says by 30 seconds.
Because it's not Sharky. It's Robotic Powers Volume 2.
Maybe
So
it
I
was
don't know
like
where
an
Volume 1 is.
encyclopedia thing.
No, look at this.
Maybe
Attack
it
of the Lobsters. Sorry, don't have to... He has a big laser. It's like a robot on the front. It's like another robot kid.
All these sounds like all these all these names for comics are sounds like Mystery Science Theater movies that they riff on.
So basically, it's another robotic kid. He's walking home from school, friends, blah blah blah. Then out of nowhere, a bunch of half man, half lobsters jump out and attack him. But
They're
They're
Wait,
missing the claws. That's the one defining trait. They just have human hands. It's like walking into a lion, but it's got a human head and
They are
human
lobsters
legs.
in the fact that he called them lobsters.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. This kid doesn't have a superhero identity, but he's surprisingly more violent. He's the grim. So
Are you saying that's Sharky?
No,
No, he's
it
saying
was
that's the anti-Sharky.
This is. I'm saying in my mind, this is a secret brother that Sharky has that his father created either first or after, and it's the
brother.
evil.
Why can't it be a cousin?
Well, I think it's the evil Sharky, because it's created by the same guy. Then it's the. So he blasts these lobster peoples. Then human giant lobster men caught him, took them to the leader, who was really big. Put him over lava, held the robot over lava. So he teleports behind the leader, lights his head on fire, then goes and saws off his hand, which is carrying the rest of his friends, I think. Then he just runs away.
By the way, they have human hands.
So in my mind, I want this to be Sharky's edgy brother that's 10 instead of 7.
Yeah, 11. Let's go with 11.
11 instead of 7.
Well, they're both.
So he's edgier, and he just Sharky's happy-go-lucky, and he's yeah, He's violent because he doesn't quite understand the difference. But this robotic powers dude is just like, will destroy it. Like, he comes in, he's like, let's level the city because I'm edgy and I'm 11.
Maybe he's not even just evil. He's just an 11-year-old. And if you gave an 11-year-old like powers like that, he would just be evil.
Sharky's good enough to, well...
Is Sharky good, though? I was like, that raises another question.
Yeah, Sharky's a complicated individual.
Is he?
Maybe he's got like a moral matrix or something. I don't know.
I think
he's a 7-year-old.
I like the idea that Sharky's just kind of flying around the world, stopping minor crimes or big crimes, but like you never know where he's going to show up. But he lives in Florida.
I think it has to be larger crimes because the idea of Sharky going around stopping smaller crimes is.
I feel like he would be like a small-time criminal.
He would be.
Well, if you're
weird. I mean, obviously, he probably already is.
Oh, but like in a sitcom kind of way, right?
But
like the neighbors go and they're like, they see this kid like drag a robot head into his house, and the neighbors like, we don't know who this is, honey. We need to call the cops. And they call the cops, and he's like, cut their phone line already. But he's like, don't call the cops. I'm just chilling, guys. But they're terrified of him. But it's only in a sitcom-esque scenario sort of thing.
Well, my view is like, if you're 7 and you get superpowers, what's the first thing you do? You're like, I'm gonna become a superhero and stop low-level crime. And like, if you just don't know where any.
I feel like if he does that, he's so powerful. He's like, he tries to stop like a random burger.
Oh, he's gonna kill him, you think?
Yes, he leveled the city in 5 seconds. So I think he's like, he took my purse. Don't worry, ma'am, I'll stop him. And now
his heart is in my hand.
It's still beating.
I gift it to you.
The valves are trying to send blood to somewhere, but there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, he levels Tampa.
You should get this looked
trying
at.
to get this purse back.
Tampa is his home base.
It's in Florida.
Yeah, that's.
Why not the Keys?
Okay, whatever. I don't know. A city in Florida.
He levels the Keys. I guess you hate that place that much.
But that's where
why not all of Florida?
Like, you go to Florida and there's a sign, home of Sharky. And then that's just, like, that's where he lives.
Maybe that's not even where he lives. Maybe that's the neighboring town trying to, like, profit off of the next town over. He doesn't actually live there. Maybe he visited there once.
No, he actually lives in that town. Just quick, like, flash over to the other town. It's just a crater.
The gift shop is in the bottom of it.
Nothing should be a challenge. But again, I think he's 7 and doesn't quite know what he's doing.
So where are we going with this? What is our Sharky, I guess?
I like the idea that he's living in Florida, just in the house that he took his dad to jail. He's living there. He's going to school.
Did he take his own dad to jail?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. His dad created him because he wanted a kid or something.
Something. His origin's pretty.
But he's also like.
He just kind of went over his history.
Well, what if we also never tell his origin? It's like maybe his dad built him. Maybe.
But like that's the thing. I
him.
like the mystery of that. Like just like imagine if you're like you don't know how this kid came about. But he's in every yearbook photo, and he's always there.
Because the way you find Sharky would be like, we have there's like a strange signal coming from the middle of the ocean, and that's been going there for years, and they just discover it, and they dive down, and they find this rusted old shark robot, and they pull him out of the deep, and they're like, holy crap, do you know what that thing is? That thing was super powerful back in the day, and that was
turns out to be a 7-year-old.
And then they turn it on and get it working. And it's like the mind of a 7-year-old. Like, whoa, guys, what's going on? And he's like, I just fought this giant. Like, that's how you find Sharky.
But also, this thing was the most dangerous creation back in the day.
Why someone created it? No idea.
So that's a good idea. I do like that where he's been lost for a long time.
Yeah.
But I like the idea where he's like, he was built maybe like by like an old 1940s, 1950s. Nikola Tesla kind of mad scientist kind of deal.
Yeah.
But then he got lost at sea. But he was like, he kind of had that retro feel to him, I guess.
Yeah, like steampunky, I guess.
Yeah, steampunky.
But the thing is how that would work with like all the gadgets in the world. I think that might be just his ability. One of his abilities. He can just like absorb stuff like that.
Back in the day, he had all the gadgets in the world because there weren't as many gadgets back then. But as he's introduced into the new world, he's just collecting. He still has the ability to collect.
What if he eats it? Like, what if he chomps?
He should eat it.
He should eat it. And then then it gets like absorbed into his body, and like that's how he slowly starts getting more dangerous and more powerful because it was 1940s technology, which wasn't anything. Mm-hmm. But then he eats like a gun. Yeah. He's getting more technology in him,
And you see him like start upgrading kind of.
Yeah,
Ultron.
he's going from his original design to he's kind of upgrading himself more. I kind of like that.
Maybe his twin brother or evil brother is like an attempt in the modern day to recreate
him.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, actually. I like that.
We could go into the Astro Boy, like, we could really lean into the Astro Boy of this all. And, like, what if there was a boy, right, who was obsessed with sharks, and he's, like, dying or something like that, and his father transfers his consciousness into this robotic body, but he gives him all these shark abilities. So there's this 7-year-old boy, doesn't know how he exists, but he just loves sharks kind of thing. Maybe he should be, like, I like the idea of, like, a century going by, and they're like, we found him, and it's just, like, a 7-year-old, like, in a cave, and it's Sharky. Yeah. I like the idea of, like, you go travel thousands of years in the future, and there is still Sharky. Mm-hmm. He is the one constant of the universe.
Yes.
Out of all the powerhouses that are...
Yeah.
Which is kind of poetic, because he's one of our first creations.
That's kind of, yeah.
And he's kind of, like, he's always there. I don't know. That's kind of a really nice thought.
That's pretty good, yeah. I think that's a good place to end it for now.
Yeah, he is a shark robot, lost time. He's reactivated, and he's absorbing the world around him. But he's also just a 7-year-old
who just wants to play tag with his friends.
He wants to play tag. He has a weird obsession with tag.
Weird obsession with tag.
He just keeps saying, "I'm playing." He keeps asking the characters to play tag.
You got me. Now I'm getting you. and then it's just.
Okay,
I like it. I like it a lot. All right,
what a good place to end on.
That was a good episode.
Yeah,
probably. We haven't listened to it. We could probably screw something up in the last 30 seconds. We don't have a timer for this.
Well, what are we going to talk about next week, gentlemen? I think I actually wrote something down. Did you? I think I did. Let me search through this for a second.
The country of Oregon.
So I did write a very rough draft of like things, and next I had a hero that Caden created next week, the Jaguar.
I have absolutely no idea.
So this would be a blank slate character.
Another cat themed one?
But you wrote a sentence down for him, and you drew a picture of him, and it gives us some things to work with.
Okay. I can work with a sentence.
Yeah.
So,
a single sentence that I think gives us a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of...
We have yet to set up any sort of way for people to communicate with us, mainly because at the time of us recording this, we haven't posted a single episode.
That's true.
Next episode we do, we'll set up like an email and stuff, and like try to actually be able to have people communicate with us, and maybe we'll set up a way for people to look at the pictures we've drawn.
Yeah, I can take care of that.
But yeah, thanks for listening to this far. Please, I don't know, subscribe or something.
Sorry if
whatever
there's
you're
like
listening
squeaky noises. I feel like the table made some squeaky noises.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm a shaker. I like to shake around. I like to
Thank you for bearing with us. It's been a long week, and it's been a long day. Charlie, Sam, Johnson, signing out.
That's the Winter Soldier's activation code.
Yeah, I thought of that as you said it. Okay, goodbye. Thank you so much for listening. This has been the Retcon Microwave. If you'd like to contact us, you can reach us at theretconmicrowave@gmail.com. If you'd like to support the show, tell a friend. And if you'd like to know more about the characters we're creating, you can check out the website in the description. I mean, unless I haven't created it yet, but, well, soon enough. It'll be there. Okay, bye.